Yeah, I really wanted to come out to meet you because Chano's been talking you up, been bragging about this group, and the truth is, I'm a very proud alum of the Voice State program. It really was a transformative experience for me in a lot of different ways. Let me talk about that in a second, but just as bio, just so that you know, and I swear this is not like bragging or anything, right? But I want you all to know what you are capable of and what it is that you can do. So graduated Edinburg North 2002. I went to Voice State right the summer before my senior year. Ended up becoming a National Coca-Cola Scholar my senior year. Got a full scholarship to UT Austin. I passed 13 AP tests. So when I got to UT, I was already like 2.5 semesters into it. My first semester at UT, I worked in the state legislature for Chile and Hosa because it was a middle legislative session. Really enjoyed that job. Got really involved on campus, not right away, but my second year. And when I did, it just kind of took off from there. I had realized kind of early on that there had never been a Latino student body president at UT Austin, and I thought, why not, right? And so we decided to run. It was me and a bunch of kids all running together for student government, and we were able to make it happen. In surveys that were taken after the election, the turnout of Latino students for that election was higher than it had ever been for a student government election before that. Right, so it was just a very historic moment, and I was very excited to be kind of in the middle of that. Got my master's in accounting at UT Austin. Went to General Motors as a CPA to work for the CFO of GM. Did that for a little over a year doing corporate analysis. Went back to UT for law school. Became the first Latino editor-in-chief of the Law Review, which was also a crazy story, pretty amazing thing. While I was at UT Law, I won a national championship in moot court. So I actually got to take a picture in front of the tower. They lit it up with the number 1, right? Super cool. It's a picture on my desk that I'll have for the rest of my life. It was great. After that, I went to clerk for some federal judges. So I worked for a district court judge in the Eastern District of Kentucky. And then I worked for the 6th Circuit Court of Appeals in Michigan. This was all in an attempt to clerk on the United States Supreme Court. That was my goal coming out right of law school. And I had an interview with Justice Sotomayor, right? It was a really cool experience. Got to have a nice little 45-minute chat with her about all kinds of things. She learned a lot about the Valley in that 45-minute talk. Did not end up getting the job. I'm sure she has her reasons for it, but one door closes, another one opens. I ended up working for a law firm in Houston called Sussman Godfrey, doing a lot of commercial class action litigation type cases. I did depositions all over the country. I did depositions in Japan, Taiwan, Germany. I've been all over the world as a result of that job. Collected over $1 billion in settlements for my clients through the process of these class actions. So had a really great experience right with these law firms. And I say all these things because the way the story goes, I always wanted to come home. It was my dream to come back to the Valley at some point in my career. I didn't know when or how or what I was going to do, but I knew it was going to happen eventually. And so I finally did it. In 2018, I came back home, started my own law firm, the Omar Ochoa law firm. I was literally the only employee of that law firm for the first month that we were open. But we've been growing a lot since then. So now we've got offices in McAllen, Edinburg, San Antonio, and Houston. We have 5 lawyers, right, working in the law firm. We do cases all over the state. And so we are a statewide law firm, but we are based in our home right here in the Rio Grande Valley. And so I say all these things, right, to let you know what is capable for you all, right? You all being selected for Voice State really means something. Don't second guess that and don't downplay it, right? The fact that you all were actually selected to do this thing is a very big deal because Voice State only selects the best and the brightest. But this is what's going to happen. You are going to go up to Voice State, right, to Austin, and you are going to meet people just like you, coming from towns all over the state, also very ambitious people who want to do big things with their life, people who have done big things already. Take this opportunity. I swear you are going to make friends that are going to last you for the rest of your life. When I ran for student government in UT Austin, several of the people who were on my campaign were people that I had met at Voice State. When I went to law school, I had 2 classmates who were on the same floor as me back in Voice State. To this day, there are lawyers all over the country, right, that I remember and that we met back in Voice State. One of the higher up deans at the medical school at UTRGV was at Voice State with me. So you just never know who you're going to meet. You never know where you're going to go. But the Boy State experience, you are going to get out of it as much as you put in, right? And the truth is, you could decide to stay in your dorm room the entire day if you want. You could decide to, sit off in a corner and watch, movies on your phone, play video games instead of talking to anybody and making friends. But I beg you guys, do not do that. Don't let this opportunity pass you up, because you're going to meet some really incredible people. All right, that aside, I'll tell you, when I was at Boy State, I ran for governor, right? Because same thing, I was like, why not, right? Let's give it a shot. Didn't win. Didn't even come close, really, to tell you the truth. But I learned a lot from that experience, right? And the lessons that I learned losing that campaign, I was able to apply when I ran for student body president several years later, right? So give it a shot, whatever it is you want to run for, governor, lieutenant governor, party chair. It's a very different experience, right? There's really nothing like Boy State. They're going to throw you in, right? 1,000 kids up there. They're going to tell you, you're going to have all these positions available, go do whatever it is you want to do. And they really leave it up to you to figure it out. You all ever read Lord of the Flies? Right? Required reading? It is just like that, right? You get to create your own society. You make the rules. You make what's cool and what's not cool. Everybody gets to decide, what place you want to live in. So it's a really, really neat experience. I really ask that you all take advantage of it. Even if you never run for anything, that's totally fine too, but make as many friends, make as many contacts. Keep those contacts moving forward. Stay in touch with them even when you get into your senior year. Find out where they're going to school. If you end up in the same town as them later on, meet up with them. I swear to God, this experience is going to bond you for the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. It was such a powerful experience that I still continue to come and talk to you all, right? I mean, that's how important it was to meet back then. So I know you all have big futures in front of you. I had an opportunity to talk to several of you already. I can tell you all are top caliber people. Whatever it is that you want to do, don't let anybody hold you back, right? Just because nobody like you has ever done it, just because you thought maybe this is not something that I want to do, but you think that you have the ability to do it, don't let anything hold you back. Go for it. Give it a shot. Because the worst thing that's going to happen is you fail. No big deal. Dust yourself off and look for the next opportunity. All right? So congratulations to all of you. Really, thank you very much for letting me come and speak.
Questions?
Any questions? Anything that I can discuss, answer for you all. All right? I'm really easy to find on really easy to find on social media. If you all ever have any questions, ever need anything, please let me know. One last thing I want to say. So, I knew I wanted to be a lawyer ever since first grade, right? I was one of those real weird kids who right back then knew what I was doing. Even though I never knew what it was. And it wasn't until the summer after my sophomore year of high school that I worked for a lawyer, saw the day-to-day. That lawyer took me to meetings, took me to the court, let me work in his office, let me do all kinds of cool stuff. And it was then that I fell in love with the law. And that person was Jaime Gonzalez. So your dad was the person who made me fall in love with the law. And so I say that because mentors make a difference. If I can be a mentor for you all, please let me know if I can do that. If it's not me, it's somebody else. But find a mentor, because I swear, older people want to see you succeed. They're going to be there for you. All you have to do is ask. All right? Okay, that said, what questions?
What did you learn from Boy State that you applied to the student government later on?
Great question. Yes, so Boy State is really strange because you get people from all over the state. And you have to develop your own style, right? So when you're running for something statewide, governor, lieutenant governor, state party chair, all these kinds of things, you make speeches, right, in front of like literally hundreds of people. And everybody has their own style. Some people are funny, some people are serious, right? Some people are somewhere in between. Some people are professional, some people are laid back. But the most important thing I found at Boy State is to be authentic. If you try to imitate a style that's not who you are, they're gonna see it. And they're not going to vote for you because they're not going to believe in what you're saying. I learned that at Boy State, right? I tried too hard to sound like something that I thought people wanted to hear as opposed to being who I was. And that was a very big lesson that I carried forward, not only into that, my experience as student body president, but really everything after that. Being authentic is incredibly important.
Gabe already has a nickname. He's running for student body president at Mackay. And Honest Gabe.
Honest Gabe, I love it.
It's perfect for governor, right?
Yeah, test that theory out, see how it goes. Awesome. Great question. Other questions? No pressure. Like I said, this is hopefully an ongoing conversation for the next week, month, year, decades, right? Please call on me whenever you all have meetings.